Now then, people, it's Joe, Leeds TV, and it is your Brentford post-match after a great night at Ellen Road. 35,000 people for a midweek game on a Wednesday night that's been shown on Sky. Take your hats off, Leeds United fans. Sorry I couldn't get it out to you last night, as you know. Still not currently in the house, so therefore I couldn't come back with our last mum and everyone asleep and just start banging out this video, because I was bouncing as well last night. So I was a bit gutted that I couldn't do it, but there you go. But yeah, just before we get into the video, make sure you smash a like as per, and if you haven't already, please sponsor me in the English Free Peaks, and make sure you check out the rest of the team's videos as well. So let's get into it then. Brentford came to do a job. I mean, they played some decent stuff at times. I thought the first half was a pretty even affair. I mean, they could have easily gone in front. Great chance and a great player on first glance at Mbuemo. I thought he was a real threat. I really rated Ethan Pinnock as well at the back. I'd read before and heard before from like Conor that this kid was a very good centre back, and he proved to be that. I think he won a lot in the first half, even shades in the second half. I was really impressed with him. Obviously Conor Jansen played Sergi Canos. They're a good side, Brentford, and regardless of how results have gone for them thus far, they are going to be up there. So it was always going to be a tough night for Leeds. And I will say, the longer the night went on, the deeper into the second half it went. I was thinking, oh, do you take a point? Do you take a point? Because, you just hit, it's that sucker punch, isn't it? There's nothing worse than when you feel, I mean, we were good value for the win, 100%. And you just think, especially when we dominated the second half for me. And yeah, it's just one of them where you think, oh, please, no sucker punch. Let's just make sure we don't lose the game. But listen, there was nothing to worry about, was there? Because, the two changes that flipped the game on the head, Helder Costa came on and Eddie Nketiah. I'm still, now when I think about it, I'm so happy. I kept saying to the lads that I go with, it was a weird emotion that I felt. It was just, I don't know, I was just relieved, happy, elated, everything all rolled into one. I was bouncing all over my mate Sean. In the end, he had to turn around and go, "For fuck's sake, Joe," because I was just going wild. But that was the key thing for me. I did say it in my pre-match. The difference between this team and that last team, last year we were bringing off Baker. Baker played a part, and that's, well, no, it is a slant on Baker. I think he's gash. But when he's being brought on to affect games, now you're bringing on Helder Costa and Eddie Nketiah, who combined, I mean, what's Costa now got, like 3-4 assists in the games that he's played for Leeds United? I mean, Eddie's 3-3. Eddie's 3-3. He scored at Salford, he scored for the under-23s, and he scored last night in his debut in the Championship for Leeds United in front of this raucous crowd. You know what I mean? So him and Patrick, both getting amongst the goals. It'll be interesting to see. There's a bit of a selection headache now for Bielsa. He said so himself. He may have to consider the possibility of playing two up top. We did see shades of that in the second half. I was really surprised when the substitution was made and Bamford wasn't taken out and it was Pablo. But do you know what? It was nice to see the right changes being made. I said at half time to my friends, "You better not change these fullbacks." I said, because that's the worry that he'd bring on Shackleton at right back. I don't know if Davis was on the bench, but you know what I'm getting at. Last season a lot of it was the same substitutions. But as I say, that wasn't the case this time, and it was good to see them substitutions being made. I thought, the game itself, I mean, again, first half, we did have opportunities. There was one for Click, a bit of a tame effort. Normally, he at least hits the target and it's in the back of the net with that. But there was one for Bamford that us in the Cup genuinely thought he'd scored. I think it might have been Alioski that dinked it in. It may well not have been. And Bamford got to the ball just before Raya. And for me, it should land in the back of the net, and it's a missed opportunity for me. I mean, from the Cup, as I say, we all assumed it was in, and for me, he should have scored. And obviously, they had the chance as well. Only really notable chance, and to be fair, it would have been a bit of a worldie had it gone in. But Mbuemo, I thought, did cause cause us problems, and when he cut inside and fired that shot on Kiko's goal, it did look destined, but as I say, it hit the post, and luckily for us, you know, it remained 0-0. But yeah, second half I thought we were well worth the win. We absolutely dominated. As I say, I thought Pablo was a little bit off, in all honesty. He was the same last time out, but he's one of them players, he can have an off day and then, you know, at the drop of a hat, create a moment of magic. But that's the difference, as I say, between this side and last year. Pablo can be brought off, he can't be relied on all the time, and this time we have players that can affect the game, and the right substitutions were made. Like I say, when you bring on Helder Costa, who just beasted round Pinnock. As I say, I thought Pinnock had a decent game, but it was a lovely weighted pass from Click. Costa gets round the side of Pinnock, and it actually megs Pontus Jansson on the way through to Eddie and Nketiah, putting it in the back of the net, and as you say, call Eddie. So I was absolutely bouncing. I thought Forshaw, White and Dallas all had a fantastic game. I think the interesting thing for me, you know, if you go back to last season, the transformation in Calvin Phillips and Cooper was there for all to see, and I think this season it is step up time for the likes of Forshaw and Dallas. They seem to have gone up another notch. I thought Forshaw was brilliant again. The only thing missing from his game at the moment is a goal, but I think he will get one. And I think Dallas has just been immense from Derby, really, right up until up to the present. I think he's been quality. And Aylin's going to have a fight on his hand to get back in the side. That's genuine facts. But yeah, as I say, you know, Bielsa moving forward as a selection headache now. I think one of the main things, obviously, Pontus did get a few jeers. I wasn't one of them. I was a bit unsure how to react. But one thing I will say, late in the second half, he tried to shepherd the ball out of play, and Eddie and Nketiah managed to get round him and win himself a corner. And that's obviously my corner. And genuinely, I didn't know what to do, so I was like going, yeah. Yeah. So it was brilliant to see. Don't get me wrong. You know, Thomas Frank spoke about the dream and them coming and Pontus winning a last gasp header and all that jazz, but it wasn't to be, and the famous Bees were sent home with their 30 fans back down to Griffin Park with 0 points, and Leeds now go back top of the table. That's 10 from 12, same as last year. But there's a difference kind of metal for me. I mean, last year we were unreal. We flew out of the traps. And it was always going to be difficult to sustain that over the season. This season, we're going about it, and for me, we haven't really stepped it up to them sort of levels. If you look at Derby and Stoke, we've not really done that for me. We're still not out of second gear, but we're still unbeaten. 10 points from 12, top of the table. And yeah, man, I was just absolutely buzzing. I thought it was a great night under the lights. And yeah, great performance against a very, very good side, and for us to come away, regardless of how they've performed, you know, you could look at their run-up, obviously lost to Birmingham, beat Borough, maybe could have lost that game because Borough had chances, they drew at Hull, but it was always going to be a tough game. But like I said pre-match as well, they looked a bit toothless in attack. Watkins, for me, isn't your main guy. He's not a Neil Maupay, and that's where they're going to struggle. And I hate to say, I told you, Brentford fans, I just don't see how you make the step up from outside top 6 to get an automatic promotion, as many people said. I think people seen Pontus Jansson as this figure that's suddenly going to transform their backline and make them into top level, you know, top 2 contenders. It wasn't going to happen. You know, Pinnock, though, I was really impressed by Pinnock. It'll be interesting to see with Brentford once Ben Rama is fully fighting fit, and you've got Mbuemo and Ben Rama on there. I just think they're lacking up top. But listen, another shout out for Kiko Casilla. Thought he had a fantastic game again. You know, he gets a lot of stick. Unfair for me. I know. Even now, what 4 games in, he's still coming over to the Cop apologising for last season. And another stat: he made more key passes than any other Brentford player. 26 to their 20. So it shows you just how much of an impact he has on our style of play. It goes back to him, and I'm confident when he's got it at his feet that he will pick out a Leeds player. Not all the time, but you know, 9 times out of 10 he's going to do that. You know, Bamford, as I say, decent performance. probably should have scored. But look, if you're gonna, if Bielsa's genuinely looking at the possibility of playing Eddie and Bamford up top, for me it could form a decent partnership. Eddie looks so dangerous. I mean, what was he on the pitch? You know, a couple of minutes, forced a save, and then he gets the goal, and it's just brilliant forward play from such a young lad. Do you know what I mean? And as I say, the ball in from Costa actually goes through Pontus's legs, and Eddie has a tap in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it was just absolutely bouncing, and I'm absolutely buzzing. Yeah, just back top of the table, and genuinely we look like I said last night. You know, forget it's our time. It's now our fucking time. Because honestly, it was just unreal last night, and I genuinely feel, and I know a lot of people do as well, but I think the difference is we're trying to go about it quietly, because there's this expectation. You know, everyone outside of Leeds say, yeah, Leeds are going up, Leeds are going up. Us as fans, we just can't do it. And I think last year for me it was all about optimism, and genuinely felt everything, stars aligned, everything was going to happen. Now it's just like I don't know, it's a different kind of emotion, but I just feel that we are going to do it and go about it the right way. We fucking win the league by Christmas, man. But no, I'm just absolutely buzzing, guys. I thought it was a fantastic performance again. As I say, a shout out for Forshaw, Dallas, White. White's just immense, man. There was some footwork he did in the first half to get round the player, and I think he might have been brought down, but I was like, oh my god, you know, like, that is naughty. Yeah, went all gangster and stuff. But the kid's a special talent, and now moving forward, you know, we've got Stoke. Stoke's one of them, isn't it? It's look, the piss poor at the moment. I think they lost again last night, and you know, I was saying to my mate Sean on the way home, who I go to the games with, I was saying, we lose this. Do you know what I mean? It's the Leeds way, but it's another one of them where you think, nah, not this season. You know, it's that cliche, isn't it? We'd have drawn that last night. This Stoke game's another test, because they're in a poor run of form, and we all know what happened last season. Birmingham, poor run of form, beat us. QPR hadn't won, beat us. Stoke hadn't won, beat us. You know, Stoke similar sort of form. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully we can turn it off and look at the options we have. You know, Bielsa's genuinely going to look at the possibility of putting a Bamford and an Eddie in there. Can you imagine Costa from minute one? Do you know what I mean? That guy just terrorises defence. But even if he isn't from minute one, look at last night. They changed the game. They flipped the game on their head. And yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. And as I say, it was a well-worked goal. Again, Click being involved. I thought Click was decent. Everyone was decent last night. Mentioned a KP again. He was decent. Everybody to a man was decent. Gianni, I thought some of his deliveries were decent. I've seen a few bits, and people didn't rate him last night, but I thought it was okay. Much prefer Douglas there. I'd even give Leif Davis a shout. But look, Alioski's going to give you, and I swear in the second half when Eddie came on, he was basically just occupying that left-hand side on his own. But yeah, look, all in all, great performance. Guys, this will be the last you hear from me, because I'm going away with the kids. So no Stoke preview, no Stoke post-match, but Conor and Oscar will look after you, no doubt. And as I say, I'll be on the socials. But thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts. Is it our fucking time? But yeah, and I'll leave it there. Enjoy your weekend, folks. It's weekend for me because I'm away after a day. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm rambling now. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.